Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Another good run there for... Guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
At the Panthers' 48-yard line.
First down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed.
Number 26.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll set up to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In on the tackle.
7-7, our score after 1.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
The 49ers.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
10 more there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Let's go, D. Check 15. Check 15, lady. Hey, look three. Look three.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Right there. 54.
Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. They'll try him. Darnold, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He was tackled at
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
the pass.
Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
Darnold down to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out right at the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Darnold on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. Now a timeout taken.
Number 88.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for DJ Moore. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Darnold. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
At the 6-yard line.
Switch. Watch the shift.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Panthers 17. 49ers.
Joey Slidell to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And 3 at the 30-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line.
Complete.
And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
First down, San Francisco.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
His kick.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Niners 21, Panthers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. After the run, now Darnold to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, Took a quick exhale on the sidelines, so let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Switch gears. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tight up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throw here out of the gun. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down 49ers. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Right there.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
The 39-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
We got 3, we got 3, fellas, we got 3. 955, 955. Let's go, let's go. 55. Right there, in there. 51. Just flat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
47-yard line.
58, come on. Hey.
Here's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Check 55, come on. Check 55, come on. What can we do? What can we do? Push him back. Push him back. Double dog.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Complete.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
brings up third down.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 95, watch 95. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they take a knee. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Carolina, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.